about these low vaccination rates for the 5 to 11 age group. How do counties in Massachusetts compare?
Yeah, so across Massachusetts, the vaccination rate for 5 to 11-year-olds is about 56%. And across the rest of the U.S., while it's very low in some parts of the U.S., the vaccination rates in 5 to 11-year-olds is about 34%. In Massachusetts, there's a bit of variability across counties and even amongst different communities in terms of those vaccine rates. But in general, across Massachusetts, the rates of vaccination are better than they are elsewhere in the U.S. for this age group, but they need to be better. We know how effective these vaccines are at preventing severe infection with COVID-19, and we know that another wave is likely to come, albeit hopefully a smaller wave of COVID-19 in the future, and we know vaccines are the best way to keep ourselves safe.
So Dr. Moffitt, you talk with parents about COVID just about every day. Do you think this perception that the virus really only impacts older people and not really kids is part of the problem?
I do, and it is true that young people are much less likely to get severely ill from COVID-19 infection than older individuals are, and parents and pediatricians everywhere are very grateful for that. However, we need to remember some important context here. Thousands of children have required hospitalization for COVID-19. Hundreds have died from COVID-19 infection. And if we compare that with influenza, for example, those outcomes in children would reflect a very bad influenza season. So we really need to remember those just substantial differences in what would be expected in children versus older individuals.
And, I know we're also still hearing from viewers who believe that the vaccines can affect the child's future fertility, which we know has been proven not to be true. How do you respond, though, to people who believe this and one insight on that?
Yeah, I think unfortunately that was misinformation that made its way out there very early in the vaccine rollout. And it truly is misinformation. There was never a biological reason to justify those statements, and we now have a huge body of data around the safety of these vaccines, including in the millions and millions of women of childbearing age who've been vaccinated, and very good data on fertility in those individuals and good pregnancy outcomes. So these vaccines continue now to show that they're very safe and really have no impact on fertility at all.
So right now, Pfizer is still the only vaccine authorized for the 5 to 11 age group. How well would you say it's working, especially against Omicron or BA2?
Yeah, so we don't have a ton of information yet on BA2, but we did have new research that became available yesterday in the New England Journal of Medicine that was a CDC study that was overseen by researchers at Boston Children's Hospital that really compiled the largest data set yet of pediatric hospitalizations during the Omicron surge. And what it found was that vaccination was about 70% protective against hospitalization for COVID-19 in 5 to 11-year-olds. And importantly, of all of the 5 to 11-year-olds who were hospitalized during the Omicron surge, 93% of them, almost all of them, were unvaccinated. So again, if we make some comparisons to influenza, if we had that kind of protection from influenza vaccines, preventing hospitalization in children due to influenza, those would be great numbers. And so that's excellent effectiveness at preventing severe illness.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Dr. Kristen Moffitt, we always appreciate talking to you and hearing what you have to say. Thank you so much for your time.
Sure. Good to see you.
Thank you.